Hi, I'm Bo Zhao, and I'm a mother of one, soon to be mother of two. Navigating your child's first year can be a costly and time-consuming process, so I started a sustainable baby gear company to help parents support their children at a fraction of the cost. Throughout my whole childhood, my parents worked extremely hard. They were entrepreneurs too. I think one of the important values that we really learned was just how important it was to save money for our education and for our futures. And by the time we got to college, we were able to afford the bulk of my tuition. So that mindset of trying to be frugal and saving money has always stuck with me. I was in school for many years, 4 years undergrad, and then another 6 years for the PhD. And then I got a real life job. The student loan debt that I did have, I prioritized clearing that out. And I was able to save a lot of money. In 2018, I got married and I got pregnant. So I took a step back and was just trying to figure out what my next step would be. At the time I became a mom, I did have substantial savings. So we felt comfortable, but at the same time, it's sort of this hazy cloud as to how do we precisely plan for the future. Because you sort of have to plan your money for 3 generations, including your own retirement. So that got me much more interested in how I could take the savings that I did have and do something with it. Becoming a parent, you want to give your child the best, but you have no idea what the best is. So what ends up happening is I did all this research, trying to figure out what to buy. After tallying it all up, I spent about $5,000 on baby gear. Some of those items were things we ended up not really using. We spent over $1,000 on a high-tech bassinet and she hated it. So you can get what is the best and it just might not be right for your lifestyle. After navigating this experience, I was just thinking to myself, I wish there was a service out there where I could try out the products. I could use them for as long as I needed, and that's when I decided to create Baby Gear Group. Baby Gear Group works like a library of baby gear, and you can rent single items, so new parents will always get what they need for as long as they need it. That way, we don't have baby gear that's unnecessarily going into landfills, and they're always going to be saving at least 50%. If parents were to rent baby gear as opposed to buying, they could easily save $2,000 to $3,000 a year and maybe even more. For big ticket items, I would recommend renting almost everything. You should buy your car seat. You should buy a crib. But when it comes to bassinets or strollers, and especially toys, I recommend renting. Your child may lose interest after a couple of months, especially if they outgrow the purpose of that toy developmentally. When I started Baby Gear Group, I did a lot of looking at the numbers and made 2 calculations from it. The first is realizing that I needed to make my money work for me, so that savings really need to be invested. I decided that I needed professional help in the form of a financial advisor, and I took another chunk of money and I put it in an S&P 500 ETF. So the investing has basically provided us with a bit of a safety net so that I am still pulling in some income. And the second part of that calculation was deciding how much am I really willing to put into the business. So I gave myself a $20,000 cap, and if it didn't work, we needed to pursue something else. The most rewarding part of the experience so far is feeling the gratitude from moms who've used the service, because the overwhelming response is such relief. I would love for Baby Gear Group to be profitable to the point where, as a family, we can make enough income from it to save money for our children's education, just as my parents had done for me. We do have another little girl on the way, and I do feel much better about being able to take care of her simply because we're able to essentially use the service and not worry about overspending. And for new parents, I would say there's no one perfect way to parent. Whatever it is that you decide to do, just have confidence that you are doing the right thing and the best thing for your baby.